Hey everyone, David Shahada here, Real Estate Investment Finance. Guys, today we're talking about structuring your finances correctly as a property investor and the importance of it. Guys, what we find a lot of our clients that come to us have their properties cross-collateralized, and these are usually clients that have gone to the bank to access finance rather than seeking the expertise of a proper finance specialist. Guys, what the banks love to do is to tangle up as much security when they give you loans as they can, and they do that through cross-collateralization. And that means they're taking security of everything that you've got property-wise when they give you money for new property purchases. So what we often find a lot of people get into a mess of is all their loans tangled up with all of their properties. Guys, it's the bank's dream to structure it that way because you can never give the bank too much security to protect them. But you as an investor, this raises a lot of alarm bells and it's not the best structure for you. It's extremely inflexible and it's actually quite risky. A few of the disadvantages of having your loans cross-collateralized and letting the banks do that is, firstly, if you're going to tap back into equity there, the bank is really going to look at all of your properties as one. So you may have properties that go up, some may go down, but you're not able to really cherry pick which properties you want to tap into to keep investing, which can really limit your ability to be able to grow that property portfolio. Guys, if we're looking at a situation where we've got to pay lenders mortgage insurance as well, it can cost you a lot more money by having them tangled up. And in some cases, we've had examples where clients have paid over $30,000 in insurance because of that, as opposed to being able to get that down to below around that $5,000. So we are talking a lot of money in lenders mortgage insurance. Guys, it's quite inflexible and dangerous as well to have it structured that way. You might want to go and sell a property. Another thing by having it done that way is the banks will be able to use that money to pay down other lending versus you being able to get the proceeds from the sale. There's a number more of disadvantages there, so it's so important as an investor that you are structuring your loans correctly, and that is to avoid cross-collateralization at all costs and ensure that banks are only taking security against the properties that you're borrowing against. Guys, this is what we specialize here at Real Estate Investment Finance, making sure we structure the finances in your best interest, not the banks. Buy now, pay later schemes, and there's a lot of them out there. What we want to recommend to everyone that's looking at these sort of offers is if you're looking to borrow money from the bank to buy a residential property or any sort of finance, it's always important to try to avoid these schemes. Guys, a lot of people are getting roped into the buy now and pay later, and they're shopping up where they may not necessarily have the funds to buy stuff, but they're buying on credit. And what lenders look for when you are going to access finance is that you are in a comfortable position. They want to know and be confident that you're going to be able to make your repayments when they do lend you the money. So sometimes by going out and doing a lot of the pay now later schemes, it doesn't look that favorable with lenders. And it's important, however, if you do get it, that you are making the repayments on time, but just keep your exposure to a minimum. We would recommend to avoid them if you are looking to access finance. Setting a plan. Guys, a lot of people have a lot of great intentions and dreams and ideas about what they want and where they want to be, and it always gets put on the back burner, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. Procrastination when it comes to things you want to do sometimes just sort of is easier to take. But guys, today I want to talk about the importance of having a plan. And they say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, and there's nothing truer than that. Guys, it's important when it comes to your finances and where you're heading in life to be able to have a direction of where you want to be. And we really start looking at that by mapping out the end game. So it's super important to be able to be clear on where you want to be. Fast forward 10 years time, fast forward 20 years time. What sort of lifestyle do you want to have? And most importantly, how do we get to being able to live life on our own terms and be able to hit financial freedom? And when we're saying financial freedom, it's being able to know that I've got enough money coming in through passive income streams where I don't have to get up and trade time for money to be able to pay my bills. So what sort of lifestyle and income do I need to cover my costs? And guys, by being able to have that end game in sight, we're able to really reverse engineer that and come up with a plan between now and the goal to be able to achieve that. So let's say, guys, you want $100,000 a year to come in, and let's say that plan is in 10 years time. We'll be able to reverse engineer how much assets we need to produce us a return of $100,000 a year. It's so important to have that plan and to take steps and necessary direction towards getting that, and by being able to have the right team around you to be able to help you work towards that. Guys, we're helping a lot of people now across the country map out those plans and be able to set what those goals are for the future and be able to take the necessary steps by investing now to be able to make sure that they can look back in 10, 20 years time and say, because I took action today, I'm really able to live the life that I desire. The importance of researching when you are buying the right property. Guys, a lot of investors out there, when they're going to buy a property, look up the road. They look up in their neighborhood, in the area that they know to buy, able to buy, going, hey, I can see it, I can view it, and I'm comfortable and I know the area. But that's not necessarily the right investment that's going to help you be able to hit your longer term financial goals. Guys, it's super important as an investor to be able to map out and research the numbers around what you want to achieve. And that really, really determines what's going to be able to get you to where you want to go, because the property is really a vehicle to financially help you achieve those bigger picture goals. Guys, when you are researching, it's important that you're looking at a whole range of different factors, and they include a lot of different factors such as infrastructure investment, what's happening in an area, what's fueling that area for growth. Guys, we look at different statistics in the area, such as vacancy rates. What is the current amount of homes right now that are empty that are looking for tenants? And guys, these are all indicators there that help us. We look at population growth. How many people are relocating to the area? We look at demand and supply. How much demand is there for property versus the supply? And if demand exceeds supply, this is another trigger to show us that we can expect capital growth. There's multiple different research factors that need to be taken into account as an investor when you do go out to buy that next investment property. And it's super important that you do that research to ensure your investment's going to help you achieve those bigger picture goals. Guys, an investment property going from $500,000 to $1 million is better than an investment property going from $500,000 to $700,000. That's an extra $300,000. The difference in making that additional capital growth is making sure you do your research. But not only that, having the right team of experts there to help you. At Real Estate Investment Finance, we've got a research team that's researching the market day in, day out to be able to ensure that we're able to find the right locations that are going to give our clients the best growth to help them achieve their financial goals. If you need assistance and support with this, reach out. We'd love to be able to map out a strategy for you and help you identify the next best step for you. Thanks, guys, and we'll see everyone soon.